One of the things you all are seeing play out right now is the reality of where we are with diets out there. And in fairness, I'm actually glad that you admitted earlier in the show, Rob, that we don't necessarily have the perfect magic pill. But everyone watching right now, I guarantee you, is confused.
Well,
and they're confused because
even the doctors are confused.
Well, but no, I don't think so. What I always believe is when you have smart people who are disagreeing, there's oftentimes more middle ground than we might realize. It's much like our country right now. We are on polar opposite ends in many ways, but at the same time, we have more in common than we realize. And so the one thing that as I listen to the arguments take place, one of the important elements that I have grown to learn as someone who has really looked at nutrition is the first step to allowing food to be your medicine, which I know is the concept of this film. I know Dr. Khan, Dr. Funk, both of you believe in this, is you have to stop allowing food to be your poison. And so the one thing, just so everyone watching feels maybe a little more comfortable, is everyone can agree. If you can get rid of the highly processed foods, the highly refined foods, we can all agree that the more we remove those so-called poisonous type of foods, the better off we are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's where we all can agree on that. And I think you also would all agree that the more natural the foods you're eating, the better. But I do think where there's so much confusion is that Rob, you and Dr. Fung are promoting just pretty much high fat, really high fat, and
natural fats.
And natural
Healthy,
fats,
natural fats.
not highly processed, which is an important point.
Not vegetable oils, you know, which are the highly processed fats, not vegetable oils, but good, solid, natural fats, yes.
And so, and Dr. Khan, would it be fair to say that you're not as much of a proponent of, you know, we've had you on the show before where you would be the last to say that avocados, even though they're high in fat, or nuts that are high in fat, you would never say those are bad for you. But I'm going
to shock you. I'm going to shock you, Dr. Travis. I go into ketosis 5 days a month using plants, using avocados, using nuts.
Sure.
But I do it periodically. No, I do it purposely, because right now there is actually a patent that was awarded just recently that may prolong longevity and health span. The first patented treatment to promote health span is a plant-based ketosis for 5 days in a row, but not for 5 months, and certainly not for 5 years. So the science is fascinating, but they're doing it with animal foods and animal fats, which generally will promote cardiovascular disease.
I think that the thing we have to understand is that humans have been eating animal foods for millions of years. So right now we have an epidemic of obesity and type 2 diabetes. There's no disagreement on that. So to blame an ancient food for this modern epidemic is just ludicrous.